Hey friends, Kris Krohn here, and today on Limitless TV, I wanted to jam with you on what it really takes to become an investor. There's a mindset that is more important than even the skill set, and today I'm going to share it with you.
This video is sponsored by myfirstva.com. In fact, that's where we found the virtual assistants that edited this video. I'll share with you more details about that in a moment, but now let me send you back to Kris.
So what does it really take to become an investor? You know, if you watch a lot of my videos, I'm going to spend a lot of time teaching you things like what's a CMA and how do you find an undervalued property and what's equity and how do you go after it and how do you access real estate in the best markets. But you know what? At the end of the day, no matter how much of that I teach to you, it has no bearing on whether or not you're going to be successful. Because the reality is you just might have all the knowledge, but you might not take action on it. Ultimately, the reason why people take action on anything is not because of what they know. It's because of how we feel. There's a lot of us, frankly, that are lost. We think that if we make a lot of money in real estate, that we're then going to be happy because we'll have money. But the reality is that I've found in my life that what I'm really after is not money itself. It's not even what money buys. It's the feeling I get from what money buys, which means that all you and I really want is a what? We want to feel a certain way. And as human beings, some of us will spend an entire lifetime in search of something, never figuring out what it is, but I'm just here to share it with you right now. It comes down to a feeling. Feeling drives passion, feeling drives motivation, feeling drives desire. Ultimately, feeling determines whether you jump in and do something or you don't. Years ago, I started putting on these personal development events after having attended a ton of them myself because I learned how to unlock my ability. You know, retiring at the age of 26 and having made my first $1.6 million, yes, there was a tactic of how I did it. You can go to my website, check out the link in the description and get my book and read it. And I'll share the whole story with you for free. You can download it in audio version at no cost. But I think more than just understanding how to make money, you have to have a really big reason why, and that why needs to be emotionally connected to you. If you don't have a big enough emotional why, you're not going to get what you want in life, period. I just want to share with you an example. Like when I got started with my investing career, when I knew that I wanted to do real estate, that didn't mean I was going to do anything. In fact, my first mentor, do you know what advice he told me? I'm giving you advice so you can go out and start doing real estate now. But the best advice I could get when I first started really came down to, Kris, you need to wait 14 months, put $5,000 in the bank, and get your credit established with 2 more credit cards so that in 14 months you can buy your first house. Well, you know what? 14 months later, that is exactly what I did. I followed the plan. The question is why? What I was asked to do technically was not very difficult. I didn't know how I was going to save $5,000 over 14 months because back then I was check to check and actually I was going into debt. So yes, I had to figure out how to do that. I also, needed to go out and actually get 2 more credit cards and use them the way he said. Use them and paying them off every month. Just put a couple $100 off, pay a bill, pay it off, boom. So I followed the advice that I was given, but the question is why? Why are you a subscriber of this channel? Because you are, right? If you're a subscriber of this channel, it's because you want me to share with you the easiest hacks for making money, not having to have a job, be financially in control of your own life, own your own personal sovereignty. And if that's what you want for your life, I'm telling you right now, it's what you know is important, but not nearly as important as how you feel about what you want and what's driving you, why. So here was my why. When my wife and I were poor, we started off our relationship by fighting about money. I don't know if you've ever done that. I don't know if you've ever had an argument with yourself or a loved one or a parent, but money, I grew up in a household where money was stressful and now money was getting stressful again. I just remember thinking how much I hated that feeling. But there was a moment that changed everything. It was when I came home and found my wife in tears because we didn't have money to buy groceries. We couldn't pay for rent. We couldn't pay for tuition. And that was such an emotionally charged moment because I decided that I was a loser. I decided that I wasn't hacking it, that I wasn't providing. And I didn't like that, and I knew I was capable of more. That energy, I kept that with me every day because every day I would wake up and I say, I never want to feel that way again. So today I'm going to crush it. Today I'm going to do the things that people only learn about. I'm going to learn and do them. Friends, this video is all about what you can do, what you can put into action, but whether you do or not comes down to your why. So here's my question. You want to be successful at this? What's driving you? What is it that you really want? What's important to you? If you can't answer that question, I don't think it really matters what you know. Which is why when people say, Kris, I want to be a part of your power team. I want you to train me, give me your course, work with me, give me some hands-on help. I'll always say, okay, but I need to give you 2 tickets to one of my events and I'll stream it to you right in your home, or you can get on a plane or a car and come meet me and spend 3 days with me where I can teach you about the ultimate mindset of creating wealth. Because right now I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. But it's not what I'm doing that matters nearly as much as the desire that comes from a drive within to know why. Now I'm going to tell you what a couple of cheap whys are. I want a big house. I want a nice car. I don't want to have a job. I want to be financially free. Okay, listen, there's nothing wrong with any of those things. But if you're just regurgitating what someone else has told you and it doesn't burn inside you like fire, then it doesn't matter. So I'm not here to judge what your dream is, but I am here to judge your feeling. And if your feelings are not intense, if your feelings aren't with you every day on what's driving you, then you do not have the sustainable power to do the system that's going to create the wealth for you. So friends, this one secret that I wanted to share with you in today's video is that if you're really committed to creating wealth, if you're committed to your dreams, if you're committed to anything that you want, then the first thing that you need before an action step is to pause and come up with a reason that moves you so deeply that you have to. Because we don't get what we want in life. We get what we have to have. I want to share one more example with you. I've elevated my financial goals from a lot to an astronomically high number. And right now, it's happening. It's exciting. I don't know how to be more excited, though, than I've been in the past when I wanted to be financially free. I'm just really excited. But this number is so big that there has to be a reason that drives me. And I want to share with you what it is. There's an organization I believe in called Underground Railroad. What this organization does is they go around the world they go underground into the sex slave trade, where little girls and women are stolen from their families, stolen in the middle of the night, and they're brought into another country, generally into sex slave trafficking. They're put on drugs, and they're basically rented out like whores. I got 2 little daughters. I'm going to tell you right now, and I've known many women that have been raped and molested. The idea of someone taking my daughters, the idea of my daughters being put into sex trafficking, it's probably the most appalling thing that I can think of on this planet. And so Underground Railroad, it costs approximately $2,000 every time they save a little girl's life. It's very dangerous, but they'll send someone into their operation, they'll infiltrate it, they'll round up all the girls, and it's a sting operation where they'll then bring in the police and the local militia, and they'll bust them all. They'll send them to jail, but they'll free the girls. And right now, every penny I donate to that cause, dude, that's something that it's visceral. I feel it so keenly. I feel it so intensely that it drives me. Helping my wife provide for her when I promised I would and when I couldn't, that drove me. What's driving you?
Thank you to myfirstva.com for sponsoring this video. Imagine being able to hire your own full-time employee, and imagine that employee only costing you $400 per month. It's actually a real thing. I've been doing it for over 8 years. I have a whole team of people that I've hired there. You can hire somebody for logo design, bookkeeping, article writing, customer service, website design, or video editing. You can actually do your own custom search if you go to myfirstva.com, put in the criteria of who you're looking for and your perfect virtual assistant, and you'll have a full-time employee for $400 a month.
Now, I want to tell you right now, what's driving you might be your desires, but what's driving you might also be your pain of what you're trying to get away from. And I think a healthy dose of both of those combined creates one of the most powerful whys. Listen, I got a journey for you. If you want to come and play with me and my team, if you want to create wealth, it's never been easier than it is right now. I'm dealing in investments that are paying better returns than anything I've ever done. If you want to learn about them, you can go to my website and check them out. But if you want to be serious, then what I have to show you and the opportunities I give you are not enough. Your heart, your desire, your drive of your why is ultimately going to determine whether you make a little money, no money, or $1 billion. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know there was a lot of emotion and passion there, but this topic demands it, and it's because you need it for your life. I hope this video impacted you, and if it did, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and share what your why is. We would love to hear what it is. If you're not a subscriber, I want to invite you to subscribe, come join and be part of the tribe, and I want you to hike over to my website or check out the link in the description below where you can learn about some of the opportunities of working with me and my team, as well as how you can attend one of my events live or live streamed so that we can share with you how to develop the most intense powerhouse why, get the real estate between your ears so jacked up in the right direction that we're going to help you become an amazing success.